Many of you have played games, whether or not it was a video game like Call of Duty, or a sports game like football, or a board game like Monopoly. Either way, many of you are familiar with the structure of these games. There are rules that support the game, and a board, a ball, or even a console that the game revolves around. Dungeons and Dragons is, or more commonly referred to as D&D, is a whole world apart from all of these games because there can be no board, no console, no ball, or even rules to make it. Playing D&D is like riding a bike. It's weird, and while you're doing it, it makes absolutely no sense. But once you finally got the hang of it, it's actually pretty funny. You just want to keep riding, and it becomes more and more difficult to explain to other people because they've never ridden a bike. Hey guys, it's Khalil and here, and I want to talk to you guys about Dungeons and Dragons, a tabletop role-playing game. Just from the official title and the description, we can figure out a lot about what is D&D. It's a game that involves both Dungeons and Dragons, and my personal favorite are the dragons because they're like flying lizards that breathe fire. And it's played on a tabletop, and it's a role-playing game. In Dungeons and Dragons, just like Apples to Apples, or its far more adult version, Cards Against Humanity, there are two kinds of players. The first who submit their ideas and actions, and the second who approves of them and gives them their reward. The first player is known as a player character, or a PC, and because it's a role-playing game, the player characters are playing the role of a character that exists within the world. The second kind of player is referred commonly as the Dungeon Master, or DM, and they act as a creator of the dungeons and also the holder of all rules, and they create the dungeons in which the player characters all go through. Continuing on from now, what I think I'll be focusing on is the game of D&D, and I've been playing this game for around 4 years since the official release of the latest edition, or in other terms, the latest game. The latest game of D&D that's came out. And I'll be putting all of my business stuff to the side until I get a little bit more familiar with that and much more experienced with that as I am with D&D. But what you can expect to see in the future is 3 different video series. The first one is how to play the game, where I'll be giving in more detail on how to be a PC or a player character and how exactly you go about playing the game. And the second one is going to be you got 2 fingers right there. The second one is going to be how to run the game, which is going to be more DM focused and explaining to all you DMs or even people that just want to, run a game, how do we do that? How we run the game. And the third one, which is going to be playing the game, in which I'm going to open the door and let you guys in on my personal games that I do play, so you can take some inspiration from that, whether or not you're a player character looking to just get some inspiration from a couple of the players that I play with, or if you're a DM that really just wants to hone in on your DM style and see what it really is like live and in action, on how a game would really look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely brief intro into D&D and continue to follow it around for the long one. So I wish you all a fantastic day.